Hello and welcome to the first episode of D&Debrief. What a great name! What a great name! Great name! I'm so proud of myself for coming up with that nonsense. I am here with our excellent players from our very first episode of Candlekeep Mysteries. We have Jace.
Hi.
We have Katie.
Oh.
We have Kate.
Hiya.
And we have Crispy.
Hello.
Fam, did you have a nice time? Did you have fun?
Yeah, definitely.
It was great. It was great. Ridiculous.
Had a wonderful time.
Good start.
I cannot believe that one of you went down. I don't know whether I'm happy about that or if I am sad about that. It's a very DMs have a very difficult position of trying to make a decision about whether or not they're going to be happy about people's demise, and I feel like I am riding that wave of being a post D&D session as well, because I just fucking love Dungeons and Dragons so much.
Are you the bit betwixt, like, not wanting somebody to go down but actually wanting someone to go down surreptitiously?
I like risk. I like risk in a D&D game personally. I like you to feel like there are stakes and that you're not just like having a good time.
We should have asked those homunculi to make stakes.
Okay, great, cool. I'm glad that we could have this conversation.
I mean, as soon as a mimic appeared, I was like, that's like a strong enemy for level 1, so yeah. It hits hard.
So the mimic,
it certainly does.
So the mimic, I don't know if you will have realized this, and I'm not going to make you make any checks now, but I will give you this for free, that the mimic is kind of about the right size for something that might be in a jar downstairs.
Oh shit!
Gross.
Oh,
I will give you that. It wasn't a particularly strong mimic. It wasn't doing particularly well when it first started attacking you.
I think you'll find Awen thought it was a particularly strong mimic.
That's a very, very, very good point. I'd like to take a little bit of time, given that this is the first episode of D&Debrief as well. I'd like to take a little second just going around the group and finding out a little bit about why you chose the characters that you chose. I'm not going to start with Crispy on this because I know a lot of those answers, but I think if we let's start with Jace on this.
Yeah,
I should have rolled a dice for it.
No, I knew I wanted to be a martial class because I've never done like a purely like martial fighter or barbarian type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I am someone who in my life, I've been in academia for a very long time and in like grad school for way too many years. And I was like, cool, I want to do something that is like the opposite in terms of just like, I want to play someone who doesn't read books, I want to play a stupid character. I want to just be like the opposite of what life has been for way too many years, where it's like, okay, I got to go to my like PhD seminar and like, bleh.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to have fun with that and just exploring like the total opposite of what day-to-day life has been for a long time.
What made you decide on gnome then for a fighter? Because it's not the first thing that you think about with a fighter, especially with a strength-based fighter that Brooke is.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's fair.
To do because of how D&D 5e is, where it's like, no, you can kind of be whatever you want and be like, it doesn't make any sense that a little like 2'10" gnome is a fighter, but like because of how 5e works, you can do that. And I will admit there was an SNL weekend update thing about Short King Spring.
Right. Okay.
Short King Spring.
So basically, Brooke is like, if you lift up Brooke's shirt, he's ripped to shit.
Yeah, but he's like, he's just compensating for. He's like, I'm just a little guy, but I'm not gonna be a little guy.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Kate.
Yeah.
What made you pick Karina? What made you pick a human as well? What made you pick a rogue too?
I mean, that's the point, because I don't I play a lot of rogues, to be honest.
Mhm.
They're one of my sort of fun classes to play. But I normally play elves, halflings. I don't play humans very often. But I just come up with a bit more of a concept for this character and where it's going. I don't say too much about where I want it to develop because hey, we're first level and it's going to go
Yeah.
in a certain way. But yeah, it just felt like a little different approach to playing a rogue than I've done before. Because normally I play them as like very sneaky beaky, always ranged weaponry most of the time, and with her she's a bit more sort of up close and personal with it. So yeah, we're going to see where that develops, I think.
Amazing. Okay, awesome. Crispy.
Well, I picked a ranger because I've never played fifth edition before, and it seemed like a pretty good way to kind of get into it with a little bit of familiarity. Because with Pathfinder, I played with range as well. Something I've never done though is I've never done a character that can do spellcasting. So
Mm-hmm.
as my character levels up, I'll be able to do that. And I'm kind of excited to have a little bit of familiarity with it. I'm sorry, something that I have familiar with the character, and then something that's kind of brand new as well.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to like seeing all of you sort of branch out with your those of you who have spells and spellcasting, seeing you branch out with your spells and using the spell effect tokens that we have. I have a selection of spell effect tokens that have that show like the range and stuff that you can do, and there's some dope ass shit that the ranger can do that I love rangers, but there is some really dope stuff that they can do that is very exciting. I'm very excited to see what you do in the future. That'll be cool. Haiti, what made you pick a bard, Azima?
Now, look, I was always going to pick an Azima.
I know.
There wasn't ever any doubt because I just love them. And then when the other day when you messaged me like, you know, she's gonna be sparkly. I was like, what? Then she will be sparkly. And yeah, so because in our home campaign, because I'm an Azima, but she's a cleric. I knew that we needed the healing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to go straight from. I didn't want to. It wasn't so much that I didn't want to go from cleric to cleric. The problem I had was that I would get confused with how far along the cleric was. So obviously in the home game we're like level 17. This is level 1, and it's so different. So I thought bard. What I'll do is I'll be this sort of. I came up with the character concept, and it worked with bard, and that's how I wanted to go with it. So I pushed it from there and have like this aiding bard rather than it being strictly a cleric.
Yeah.
And I do love how creative you can be with a bard. And doing that once a fortnight felt enough.
Yeah, bards are a ridiculous class, and I love them. I hate and love them in equal measure. Playing a GM, like doing the GM stuff against a bard, especially a bard that understands bards, it's tricky. But I feel like the four of you have a really good dynamic as far as characters are concerned, and there's a really nice wave because you've got two people who Awen later on is going to be able to have the functionality of being of some heals as well. Brock has that second wind. I don't know at any point Karina has any sort of healing at all, but you'll be able to pick up healing potions and stuff. I thought it was I thought it might be a really fun idea to introduce you all in a combat situation rather than having you talk about your characters in a really long way. I thought a combat situation might be a good start, because it's more dynamic that way.
Yeah, it's certainly got you into the character straight away and thinking about the mechanics of how your character worked, for sure.
Is there anything that happened today that was unexpected? That like fully unexpected for you?
I mean,
I was
taking-
not expecting to almost die.
You were so far away from dying. Actually, no, you could have been like 2 rolls from dying if one of them had been a natural 1.
Especially when we had sort of advance warning of the medic.
I mean, you had advance warning of something else that was lurking in there. I mean, that's not the only thing that's lurking in the area that you're lurking. We will well, not even like it's not the only thing that could cause for concern in where you are. It's
Okay,
no, go ahead, Jace.
I wasn't expecting to take an arrow to the neck at the start of things.
Yeah.
Just right out the gate, arrow to the neck.
I mean, I wasn't expecting you to roll so low on your perception. I pre-rolled the goblin stealth, and the lowest one rolled. I think you rolled an 8 on your perception on that first roll.
Something like that.
The lowest one rolled a 9, and I was like, it's fine. All they've got to do is roll above a 9, a 9 or above, and it'll be fine. And you rolled an 8, and I was like, he's gonna get shot. That's how it's gonna work. I'm just gonna have to shoot him. Oh no.
Oh, we established Talitha as a healer early on. Then cool.
Yeah.
And then instead, she just went back to sleep.
all the time that we were playing, I was like, oh god. Every single time I was like, I hope I don't kill anyone. I really hope I don't want to kill anyone on their first day. I don't mind knocking them unconscious, but I don't want it, like, especially in that first fight. I'd like gone to I was like, what's going to be easy for 4 level 1s on what's going to like a relatively easy encounter, and I was like, yeah, 3 gobos will be all right. And then like half of them got the fucking jump on you. Suddenly it changed. But yeah, you're a good party. You're a good party, and I hope that
Talking about that first that first encounter, because obviously you were asking characters to describe themselves as they came, and my first 2 notes that I took today was Brock, Short King, Karina, Pirate Queen. I was like that.
Yeah.
There's some sort of nice symmetry there. I like that a lot.
And then you've got Awen, no shoes.
Well, no, Awen, no shoes was the first thing I wrote in this notebook. I just want to put that down.
Because we did, I will say, like, the thing that I really enjoyed, like, more than anything was the fact that we had a little bit of time to just sort of like get to know how we all work together as well, in that we had like 2 session zeros effectively, one where we decided on characters and one where we came back with like more of a fleshing out of characters, and we did a little bit of a session.
I don't think the dynamic has changed from that. I think we've carried that on into this game, into actually playing it, doing the actual play on stream. It still feels very similar to how that original session 0.5 went.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked it. I like that you shoot things and you throw things and you get into fights with toads that turn into quasits, and
That's really funny.
There were lots of funny moments already. There were lots of things that you could have avoided, and you just went, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna fight. It was the very short king of you,
The toad was acting suspicious, and I'm trying to fight the impulse to be like, I'm gonna be suspicious of everything, but I was like, no, that toad's acting weird. I don't like it.
Yeah. I think you should throw an axe at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was amazing. The
best part was that I missed it too. That was the best part,
that
that I
was
missed it too.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't really have anything written down for a like an AC of a toad as well, but I just figured I'd just like use it's not going to be a difficult AC to hit a toad, but even I think did you roll a natural 1?
it wasn't natural, but it was like an 8 or something.
It was
It was low.
It was low. I was like, oh, I'll probably make it a 10 or a 9 or something because it's a small boy, so it would be quite difficult to hit. Oh, that was funny. That was really funny. Yeah, you're finding out a lot about Fistandia. Is that her name, Fistandia? I think it was. I don't know. I like open my mouth and words come out a lot of the time, but which is what they all want to do. But you're finding out a lot about Fistandia. You're making lots of connections. You found 3 letters so far.
Yeah, IBR.
IBR.
Briny.
Briny. That would make sense.
Brining.
Brining.
Brining. That's a 7-letter word.
Okay, well maybe open with that in 2 weeks' time and see what happens. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Again, I just want to thank
Bridges.
you. Someone needs to take those letters away from Katie. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. And
I think we're going to have lots of hijinks in the future.
I think you will. I've obviously I've read ahead, and I know what's going to happen and what these little episodic things are going to do and create and all of that sort of stuff. And there are some absolute. I'm already picturing you guys having the hijinks that you're going to have. I can already see where it goes. So effectively what we'll be doing is there'll be 16 little micro adventures that run that, like, once we finish this one, you will level up to level 2, and there'll be a new book that is the focus. And I kind of have it worked out why you don't instantly go back to your village and all of that sort of stuff. But we have there'll be a new book, and then each one in Candlekeep Mysteries there are 2 books for level 4, but one of them I really don't like, so we're just doing one of the books for level 4. Yeah, aside from that, and you'll find out which one of those 2 it is when we get to it, obviously. But aside from that, I hope you guys had a really fun time on the first session.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun.
Amazing.
It was great.
Amazing. In that case, I think we will wrap up the first D&D brief now and say thank you so much for being here and hanging out. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time on the next Candlekeep Mysteries.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 heckin' weeks.
It's going to be a list of words coming out of Katie's mouth. And
Yeah.
Oh no, broning, you know, drawings.
Wow, wild. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be next Sunday. Great. Cool. That's not going to get old. I'm going to get so many DMs during the week where she's like listing all of these words. Please don't do that. Katie, this is not your hyperfixation for 2 weeks, okay?
Falling.
Oh my God. Not both. Oh. Oh no.
I think that's probably where we finish the episode. I don't know.
What with Rimjobs? I'm down. I'm down. Thank you for hanging out today, folks. I love you guys. I love you guys very much. This has been, and as I said before, and I will continue to say, it's been an absolute dream of mine to be able to host a ongoing D&D actual play on the channel, and I'm just really grateful that you guys all want to be here too. But also Rimjobs. Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.